Hey GPS fam, it's Nick here with another community showcase. Before we get into that, take a second to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. It helps us keep making cool content like this. Now, let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Nick from GPS again with another showcase. Today we have Trompo King and Pitboss Gabe with us today. Give them a good shout out here. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good, doing good, grinding every day. You know how it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is one of the first showcases of this kind where it's a dual showcase. For your case, it's you and your son. To get this started off, tell us a little bit more about yourselves, what got you started and all that kind of stuff.
You want to start? No? So my name is Noam Weiss, inventor and owner of Trompo King. This was birthed out, I would say, out of mistake. I didn't want another company. I do own several companies and wasn't looking to start a new business. But in 2017, we were in Mexico City and we had authentic tacos al pastor for the first time. The real deal.
Yeah.
Mama's secret, right? Grandma's secret. So when we came back, we tried to replicate it on the Big Green Egg. And of course, we went online. We saw people using bamboo skewers and a pineapple base or an onion base and then layering it. We tried it over and over again. But every time we opened the lid, the whole thing collapsed and fell over and kind of ruined the whole al pastor experience.
Uh-huh.
So I went to my buddy who owns a machine shop and I said, look, make me a square plate and put a spike through it and let's try it. Let's have proof of concept here. And it worked.
Oh,
we posted it. Yeah, we posted it online and I think we had 500,000 views overnight.
Wow.
And a request for orders. So I think we made 250 or 300 of them. We just tack welded some stainless steel plates together. We bent the corners.
Gotcha.
And they sold out pretty quick. And then I wanted to do a redesign. So we had it fully catted properly. And we went to real manufacturers to make the round plate because we really wanted it round with adjustable spikes. So if you have let's say like a smaller Traeger, you could use the 7-inch spike rather than the 12. And
gotcha.
There's the birth of Trompo King. Here we are 5 years later.
Wow.
And we're having fun with it. And that's when
Pitboss Gabe, I made my Euro seasoning. I wanted something universal to go on every kind of food.
Gotcha.
I was just experimenting in the kitchen one day when I found the perfect blend of seasonings. No preservatives, no artificial flavors, just pure
natural
flavoring. And then it fit on everything. Anything you put it on tasted amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised when he came out of the kitchen and said, "Hey, Dad, I think I got something here."
Uh-huh.
Because another thing that we could do with the Trompo King is make gyros. So
cool. I could always go for a gyro too.
So Pitboss Gabe made a gyro seasoning. My other son made a shawarma seasoning, which is a very prevalent Middle Eastern palate. And then my wife concocted something called Taco Tuesday seasoning, which is a salt-free gluten seasoning. So it's all under the Trompo King roof. Yeah. All the seasoning. So that's a little background on us. And I wanted to teach my kids, the next generation. Pitboss Gabe here, he's going to be 14 coming up in January. My younger son's going to be 12 next month.
Sweet.
And there's a real disconnect with their generation and our generation who really enjoy cooking and learn the cooking. And this is the next generation of pit bosses here.
Yeah, exactly.
And they need to learn. If I could get him to college learning how to cook a steak, play poker, and order a gentleman's drink, then he's set.
Exactly. That's a good way to look at it. You have a good dad right there.
Well, thank you.
So I recently saw your last post. You already posted like an hour or so ago, I think. What was that type of dish? Like what goes into something like that? And then on top of that, Gabe, what is your favorite thing that your dad makes?
So there's two posts earlier today. One, I can't take credit for any of them. I do repost a lot of our fans, what they make.
Yeah.
Now, Big Paul is amazing. He's an amazing cook. He's up in Scarsdale, New York. And what he did was he took the shawarma seasoning and mixed it with yogurt and marinated that overnight with chicken and then stacked it on the Trompo King. So he made like a yogurt. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
We've done
it looked
that.
like a work of art. It literally looked like a work. I was like, I'm really looking at this right now. That's awesome.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Big Paul, he's a great chef. And his daughter Jules, they're like the dynamic duo. They do fantastic things together, and he's teaching his next generation also the importance of cooking and barbecuing. You know, does it always taste great? I try, but it's the family time you get together while prepping, while cooking, while watching, do certain things.
Yeah.
And then it's also having your friends and your neighbors over to say, wow, to me, it's never my best cook, but to my neighbors, they're like, I've never had anything so good.
Yeah.
We could all experience that.
Exactly.
The second cook I saw on there, this girl can, I'm sorry for botching the name, but she made a stacked barbacoa.
Mm-hmm.
So she took the, one of the famous hot sauces out there. She took they have a barbacoa mix, and she marinated, I believe it was sirloin, thin cut sirloin, and then she stacked it up. And that right there was also, I call that the Michelangelo look of all the trompos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was, this girl can grill. A girl and her grill.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. And she's out in Seattle, and she was, I've never seen. It seems like when women use the Trompo King, it is such a masterpiece of work. Us guys just
throw it on there, get it in, get it out, and go.
Right. There's quite a few of them out there that I look at this, I'm like, wow, this is like Food Network ready.
Gabe, what's one of your dad's favorite cooks? What's your favorite?
Well, there's actually a lot. Like, there could be ribs, brisket, filet, but mine gotta be brisket, just like simple cooked Texas style brisket.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper. How does
it stack up against Chipotle's brisket? If you guys have been able to have a chance, is it around the same?
I never had Chipotle's brisket. Yeah. I'm not planning on it.
I actually tried it. I ordered it 2 weeks ago. I said brisket. I wanted to try it. There's a big difference when you're cooking for 8 and when you're cooking for 8,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 80,000. It wasn't bad. It definitely, of course, wasn't. It was over-seasoned, overcooked, and it's not a competition-style brisket. Yeah. But would it do the trick? Yeah. When you mix it with rice and guacamole and salsa, and sure, it does the trick.
Awesome. Another question is a little bit more on the business side. I know you said you had a couple of businesses and you're kind of just trying to push it along to your kids. Like, you're getting them used to the real world is kind of what I'm hearing from you. Is when you have ran your other businesses and other stuff like that, and it comes to actually running your business, products you use, employees, what are a couple things you look for as you start, your company and building them through years?
Wow. You opened Pandora's box there. There's a lot to say. I mean, this could be a 10-day segment here.
This video is powered by Golden Protective Services, the industry leader in restaurant safety products. Not only does Golden Protective provide awesome services for restaurant safety programs, but their products can be used in a variety of settings, such as tattoo shops, home cooking, landscaping, automotive, and more. Visit GPS Gloves today so you can grab a pair of gloves and see for yourself why they are everyone's favorite glove company.
Starting a business. So, my business partner and I started a financial firm about 20 years ago. And one of my outlets was barbecue. I always loved barbecuing. I was envious of people that can barbecue. So I really took it upon myself to learn the basics. But, getting into a business or starting a business, it's the fundamentals. Invest in yourself. Everybody's talking about, let me buy these tools, this, and this. First of all, get yourself straight and then build from there.
Gotcha.
I don't handle my employees. I love my employees. I'm very empathetic. It's very difficult to manage. a team of 30 or 40. But we have an HR director and my business partner. He handles the employee side.
Cool.
You know, you have your ups and downs. You have your best employees, worst employees. But I'll tell you that you're only as good as your worst employee.
Gotcha.
And it's very true.
Mm-hmm.
That worst employee represents your company, and you have to really make your team happy.
Yeah.
For them to fire on all cylinders.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Gabe, back to you. You know, being, you know, like your dad said, he's trying to get you into Pitmaster because, you know, your generation's the next generation to come up. So what's it like, you know, balancing school, you know, friends, relationships, all that kind of stuff? Like, what has been your key to success? Because I knew when I was your age, you know, I was only focused on, you know, like going to school and that was it. But like when I saw you, and I don't know if you know KBS Outdoor Kitchen as well on Instagram, you two have like it's all over here. And I'm like, I don't know how they do it. So, you know, explain that a little bit more. So, you know, the younger generation, you guys, you can be a voice of reason for some of them.
Yeah, how do you balance everything?
It's all right if you don't know. If you're just born with it.
I'll start off. I know we're not scheduled people.
Mm-hmm.
We go. We'll call it go with the flow.
Gotcha.
But I have to get on Gabe a little bit, saying, "Hey, I'm doing a cook. Do you want to join me?" And then he'll step in, and then Gabe goes, "No, I'm doing this one myself. This is my brisket. This is my ribs. This is this. So I think it's more motivation and kind of a reminder, but then once he's reminded, he jumps into it. And we've had this great opportunity. About 7 months ago, we were approached by Tyson Foods, Chairman's Reserve. And I was like, great, you know, I'm in. He goes, no, we don't want you. We want Pitboss Gabe. I go, oh, okay, excellent. So he's been really, really busy making those videos with Tyson Foods and Chairman's Reserve, and it's been a fun experience. It really has, because I get to be behind the scenes filming.
Yeah.
And Gabe's just like, he has these brilliant ideas. He had to sketch out his 6 months of scheduling of cooking. He gets 3 cooks per month, and you know, the posting, the editing. There was a lot involved, and Gabe you got editing experience, you got camera work, you have, you know, how he wanted to lay everything out, director, cinematographer,
the lighting, the time of day that you can start the cooking, when it has to end.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And I haven't talked to, you know, some of my friends and family. I was letting them know I was going to do the showcase with you. And I showed them your profile and they're like, what? This kid is like this young doing all this? I'm like, yeah, like it's crazy. So I think it is a good thing, you know, for you to know as well, knowing that, you know, we are, I think their generation, like he's around my brother's age. I think like they have something different to bring to the table finally. So I think you have a good one here. And I think he's going to be a leader of the pack when he gets a little older here.
And everybody creates their own style, and Gabe is really learning how to, you know, he's watching what I do, but I call him like 3M. He makes it better.
Yeah.
he's like, Dad, this, you know, a little too much vinegar here, or you know what? Let's keep the brisket simple. Let's just do salt and pepper, because I'll find there's 10 million spice brands out there, and there's you know 10 or 12 that I really, really enjoy. But then Gabe's like, no, let the meat speak for itself.
Yeah.
Showcase the meat and the flavor. You want the boldness of that brisket to come out. Salt and pepper does the trick. Don't start putting all this garlic and all this other stuff on it. Stop it. So he's developing his own palate. And even as a baby, this kid ate stuff that most kids do not.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, I remember, you know, when we traveled a lot with them, you know, pre-pandemic, but this kid eats caviar. You know, he'll order crab legs. He'll order
anchovies out of the can.
That sounds like my dad. Oh man.
So very rare palate.
Yeah, that's good though. Where are you guys from exactly?
We're in Palm Beach, Florida. As you can see, we have 100 palm trees behind us, and We thought it was going to be a little cooler out right now, but it's still 84 degrees and we're at what, 6:30.
Gotcha.
We're sweating out here. We got some bugs flying around us, but we wanted to showcase our beautiful palms.
That's beautiful. That's
Thank
beautiful.
You. This is our cooking area. All our videos you'll see that are made out here in our outdoor kitchen. We have 8 smokers that we utilize, and we'll.
That's awesome. That's crazy. What's the what's like the barbecue scene like up there? I mean, are you guys, especially at Palm Beach area, is there a lot of it going on down there? Is it slowly, creeping its way in, or what? Because I know there's some, down Miami and stuff, but what about, Palm Beach area?
Barbecue scene? I wouldn't call it a scene at all. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of time and dedication and a lot of money to even do a barbecue food truck. The cost of meat's going up. And again, I don't think there's one, or I can't even say that there's one particular barbecue pit that I would go to and say, this is fantastic. We're not in Kansas City. We're not in Austin. There's really not a scene. It's trying to be. Gotcha. It's really trying to be, but there's really nothing that caught on. And we finally find a great barbecue place, and we enjoy the ribs, but not the brisket, or we enjoy the sausage and not that. And then they're gone. They last a year and then they're done. Yeah. And it's unfortunate.
Cool. Well, that's good that, there's some type of influence down there with you guys, at least. It's not, totally a lost cause down there. Collectively, is there, any words of wisdom or, anything that you'd like to share with the barbecue grilling community? And, a lot of people like yourself have businesses that they run with like this, and, have a 9-to-5 and all this. So, what are, 1 or 2 things that you guys could, give down or give away to the rest of the barbecue community?
Well, I'm going to start and then you can kind of wrap it up, but get yourself a high quality charcoal, Fogo. You got to start with the best.
Gotcha.
You can spend a couple bucks more than buying something commercially, but they do take a lot of time and effort in perfecting your heat source. Love Fogo charcoal.
Cool.
Number 2 thing is patience. Your first brisket is not going to turn out like what you see on Instagram. You have to have patience. It's trial and error. And then it might take you a year. It might take you 2 years to perfect what you're looking for. And that's what I'm trying to instill into Gabe and Rue on the Q, my other son. It's patience. Stop lifting the lid every 15 minutes. That brisket's not going to get to where you need it.
Yeah.
Cool. And experiment. That's all it is. Experiment with pallet. Experiment with different smokers. You're going to find what you enjoy, whether it's a Traeger. And I love all. Whether you plug it in, whether it's electric, whether it's gas, whether it's charcoal. I love any way, absolute any way to cook that meat.
Cool.
What do you think?
Kind of like what you said, like learn from your mistakes. Like if you cook something for the first time, say just a simple fillet, it's not going to be perfect the first time. And you got to learn what you did the other time and just like add one thing or subtract one thing from what you already did to see what you did. It's like a science experiment.
Exactly. That's good. That's good advice. Before, we wrap this up, is there, anything challenging about what you guys are doing right now? Is like, I don't know, is there any way that like the community can come together and like help you guys out, or, like what's going on down there? Is everything all right? Like, has there been any challenges? I mean, the meat price increase has been, one of the things, but, what are some challenges with the barbecue community?
Well, first of all, your gloves.
There they are, the green diesels.
Biggest challenge we had is holding a knife while your hands are greasy with brisket and there's no grip. You guys nailed it. You guys nailed it.
It came, that was, like you were just talking about, that came through a lot of trial and error stuff, so I think we finally got it nailed down. And then we have, something we're going to throw out there. We have a little bit of a newer product that'll be hitting the website soon. So keep an eye out for that, but thank you.
Love to try.
Yeah. We know the gloves are we try to do our best, and we support those who support us. So thank you for recognizing, like that, our gloves are
something that simple. Yeah, but something that simple makes a big difference when you're, you're holding a 13-inch shoe knife that's razor sharp. The last thing you want to do is drop it. So that really helps. And some of the challenges that we really faced, during the pandemic, fortunately, unfortunately, everybody was cooking at home. So that really pushed barbecue sales, Trompo King sales through the roof. And now we're having a major inventory issue, not because of the sales, but we can't bring them in. The trucking is the rail, the trucking, there's a lot of problems. Yeah. And sourcing materials is getting really tough, and employees, finding quality help in the warehouse. We ship from Kansas City. That's where our warehouse is. So, we always face those challenges.
Sweet.
One of the interesting things, though, that we decided to do is we're in the process right now of wrapping a 40-foot bus, which is a Class A RV, and we're going to do a road show. Trompo King, Pitboss Gabe, Rue on the Q. We're hitting the road.
There it is.
We're going to hit the Florida circuits first. So we're going to do Green Egg events. We're going to do Traeger events. We're going to do Weber events. And then once the rest of the world thaws out, coming late February, March, we're hitting the road. We're going to go all the way up north, and then we're going to head west.
Gotcha. Well, if you guys want to make us, a pit stop up in Northeast Ohio, we'll be here. So
yeah, would love to. I haven't been back to, I was in Youngstown a couple years ago, and in Cleveland. I'd love to go visit with you guys, but that's what we plan on doing. We want to go visit, do a little pop-up, do a little Trompo cooking for everybody. And we're going to hit Ace Hardwares. We're going to hit fresh markets. We're going to hit, vendors. We'll be all over the place. So look for our 40-foot bus. 13 feet tall, 40 foot long, 9 feet wide. We're going to be, you'll see us on the road. Yeah, matte black, flames coming off.
That's going to look awesome. Well, that's what I was going to wrap up with. I was going to ask you guys, big plans for the future, but there it is. Do you guys know when exactly you're going to be taking off, or is it just kind of up in the air still?
Well, winter in Florida is the best. We don't get below 60 degrees. So we're going to do as much Florida as we can during the winter months.
Cool. And
probably beginning of March, we're going to hit the road north.
Sweet.
So 4 or 5 months from now, we'll be heading north, and then we're going to go head west. So yeah, Ohio's definitely on the list.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you both again. You guys are both equally as busy. For getting, this time in. I'm sorry if it was too late for you guys, but I'm happy we were able to make it work. So yeah, from GPS to you guys, thank you so much. We'll see. Gabe, keep killing it, buddy. You're doing great. And you as well. Team Trompo, baby.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you guys. Have a good one.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you or someone you know has a story to tell and wants to be entered on our show, shoot us a DM on Instagram or TikTok, and we'll be in touch. Till then, catch all you glove gangsters next time.